Okay, good evening. Tonight we're going to do part 3 and part 4 of Matan Torah. I'm going to send you part 3, and right away I'm going to record part 4 and send it to you too, and share it with you. So I'm going to share with you 2 videos tonight. So Shavuot, Matan Torah, part 3. So to recap from yesterday's lesson, Hashem wanted to appear to Bnei Israel and give them the 10 dibrot, the 10 commandments, from a thick cloud, Anan, Av Ha'anan, and he wanted Bnei Israel to hear him, so they will believe in him and in Hashem and in Moshe. And the impression on them would be an everlasting impression. So now, in part 3, we learned that Hashem said to Moshe, at the end of the 10 dibrot, the end of the 10 commandments, when I will finish saying the 10 commandments, as a signal to you all, you will hear a shofar. The shofar will be blowing. It will be very, very long and strong blow of the shofar. And that would be the signal that I'm done with the Aseret Dibrot, with the 10 commandments. And only then Moshe, Aharon, and his sons and the Kenim will be allowed to go up the mountain. The rest of Bnei Israel could go up the mountain only after the Mishkan, the tabernacle, was built, because the Shekhinah of Hashem rested on the mountain until then. So that was like from Sivan until Cheshvan. So that's about 5 months. So on the 3rd day, that morning of Matan Torah was Shabbat. There was thunder and lightning. There were kolot and brakim. There was a heavy cloud over the mountain, and a very loud sound of the shofar. The people in the camp were shaking, and Moshe brought them to the mountain to hear Hashem speak. The entire nation stood at the foot of the mountain. The mountain trembled. The entire mountain was filled with smoke. The sound of the shofar became louder and louder. And Hashem told Moshe to come up to the mountain. Everyone saw him go up. Hashem spoke to Moshe. Then Hashem told him, now go down, so everyone will see you go down, because then I want people to give you respect. If Moshe would have stayed with everyone during the Aseret Dibrot, and he would not have spoken to him and told him to go up the mountain when no one else was allowed to come near, so the people will say, Moshe is just like a regular person. But already people were told, do not go up the mountain. And then Hashem said to Moshe, go up the mountain. Everyone else knew they weren't allowed. Hashem spoke to Moshe. And then Hashem said to Moshe, now go down the mountain. For that the only purpose of this was just for all the people to give respect to Moshe. And not just consider Moshe as just one of them. This is, Chachamim compare this just like a king who allows his favorite minister to come and to come actually into his inner chamber, which is really a privilege for any minister. And that's how Hashem allowed Moshe to go up the mountain when no one else was allowed to. Moshe warned again Ben Israel not to touch or not to go up the mountain. Then Hashem said to Moshe, you're going to go down, but you're going to stay at a distance. And then your brother Aaron is going to stay further away from you and from the mountain. And the Zekenim, they too will stay further away. Once Hashem started to speak, nothing moved. Not a single bird chirped. Not a single dog barked. Not a single wave moved. Not the wind did not blow. Everything was still. Not only that, but also, whoever was deaf, Hashem healed him. Hashem made him so he could hear. Whoever was mute, Hashem made him so that he could speak. Whoever had a handicap, whoever was sick, every single person was 100% healthy at Matan Torah, and obviously that's how they stayed for the rest of their lives. Since the creation of the world, Hashem waited for this moment to be able to give the Torah. He waited for 26 generations. The Torah was created before the world, and the world was created according to the Torah, and that is why Chachamim tell us the Torah is timeless. It's not that the Torah is good for the time of Moshe, or it was good for the time of the Rambam, or was good for the time of Yehoshua, or it was good for our great-grandfathers. It's not good for modern times. That's not true. The world was created according to the Torah, meaning that whatever happened or will happen or is happening now in the world, it's all according to the Torah. Everything can be done according to the Torah. And nothing is outdated. Bnei Israel at that moment had reached the level of Adam HaRishon, before he sinned. And they were ready to receive the Torah. This is the end of part 3 of Matan Torah, the receiving of the Torah.